Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. We are from Group 8. We are study about the factor influencing the popularity of TikTok among USIM students. So this is our team members. Name Mashita binti Mat Yaakob, Muhammad Izzat, Siti Nosafika binti Roslan, Muhammad Syami bin Saadun, and the last one, Nurul Hafiza binti Suhaili.
First of all, let's take a look on the introduction of this research. Before that, my name is Nur Hafiza binti Suhaili and my matrix number is 1200798. So, information and communication technology used in society creates a technological environment that is more sophisticated than before, allowing users to feel at ease and comfortable with the constantly changing communication. This refers to social media because internet technology has advanced with the time and is now a necessity for the community. People can connect, engage, and share videos with others easily and effectively by using social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and etc. But on this research, we are mainly talk about TikTok. The TikTok short video app, formerly known as Musical.ly, is a mobile video sharing and creation tool that has gained popularity among young viewers all over the world. It was established in Beijing, China by a company called as ByteDance. Due to its design, technology, and cultural components, TikTok has become the most widely used video app for Android and iOS, which shows 800 million monthly users using these apps. Therefore, in this research, we mainly talk about the students of University Science Islam Malaysia and how frequently they use TikTok, since most of the TikTok users are from teenagers and youngsters. Therefore, the purpose of this study is to know what are the main factors that attract them to use TikTok and what the factors influencing the popularity of TikTok.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Siti Nosafika binti Roslan, number 910793. So for our problem statement, most social media platforms have opened up new avenues for potential revenue generation. As more and more users turn to social media platforms to launch their career, the presence of influencer has become to be associated with the prospect of unqualified celebrity. So that to some extent, this type of advertising is inadequately controlled and runs the danger of abusing influencer. Lack of regulation has an impact on customer or viewer who are or generation influenced by local pattern, and as communities become more global, there is a larger risk of adverse effect. The biggest issue is unfavorable context is that the majority of respondents lack of warrant preventing or reporting such occurrence. Objective of our study is it crucial to comprehend the significant impact TikTok has had on student life. With regard to TikTok users, this study aims to be useful by identifying the factors that contribute to the TikTok application will have significant influence on the younger generation. There are 5 primary objectives of our study. The first one, to determine if the level of informativeness will influence the popularity of TikTok among USIM students. Second, to investigate if the co-creation on the TikTok platform will affect the popularity of TikTok among USIM students. Third, to identify the relation between uniqueness of TikTok will influence the popularity of TikTok among USIM students. Fourth, to study if the relationship between the range of entertainment will affect the popularity of TikTok among USIM students. The last one, to determine if the level of perceived ease of use will influence the popularity of TikTok among USIM students.
For the literature review, we have a look for some of the past study that regarding to our topic. Okay, for the example, as we can see here, according to the past study, they said that TikTok has a profound influence on the youth, whether it is in educational, social, or perceptual ways. Other than that, they also mentioned that TikTok was an application that provide a unique spatial effect, which managed to attract the attention of many people who see it, and information in TikTok also can influence the satisfaction, recognition, and the influence of users of each platform.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mashita binti Muhammad Yaakob. My metric number is 1200786. So I will be presenting the research methodology of our study. So the research approach that we use is deductive, as its goals and procedures involve developing a conceptual framework and creating hypotheses which are relationship between variables. The deductive technique is used to test and verify those theories by gathering and analyzing data. Following a review of the current literature, the study can develop new ideas or implications based on the findings, while the research design used is conclusive. It is carried out to quantify and characterize phenomena, test certain hypotheses, and investigate specific relationships. A conclusive research design could fulfill this purpose well because the goal of this study is to evaluate the proposed hypothesis and draw conclusions about the factor influencing the popularity of TikTok among USIM student research framework. So this is the framework of our study that shows the relationship between DV and IVs. We do several studies and found that those components have been mentioned in several papers by different authors. From that, we found 5 independent variables that affect the dependent variables. So the dependent variable is the popularity of TikTok, while the independent variables are informativeness, co-creation, uniqueness, entertainment, and perceived ease of use. So from the IVs and DV of our research, it leads to 5 hypotheses. So hypothesis 1, higher level of informativeness positively affects the popularity of TikTok. Hypothesis 2, a greater level of co-creation in TikTok platform positively affect the popularity of TikTok. Hypothesis 3, more uniqueness of the TikTok platforms positively affects the popularity of TikTok. Hypothesis 4, wider range of entertainment element positively affect the popularity of TikTok. And hypothesis 5, higher level of perceived ease of use among users positively affect the popularity of TikTok.
For the questionnaire design, we have two sections, which is section A and section B. Section A comprises of a demographic section, and also section B is for independent and dependent variable. And in section A, we have asked a question regarding the respondent gender, age, their program of study, year of study, and also whether they have used TikTok before. Okay, for the section B, we ask about the independent variable such as informativeness, co-creation, uniqueness, entertainment, and perceived ease of use of TikTok, and also the dependent variable questions such as popularity of TikToks. Okay, and we use a Likert type scale of number from 1 to 7, and this type of questionnaire is this type of scale is indicating the respondent agreement with the statement from 1 to 7, which is strongly disagree to strongly.
Next, let's take a look on our data collection method. A market researcher has a choice of 3 main research instruments in collecting data, namely questionnaire, qualitative measures, mechanical devices. As a qualitative research tool, we have chosen questionnaires. A group of questions is provided to respondents in a questionnaire. Questionnaires are by far the most popular method for gathering primary data due to their adaptability. Before being used extensively, questionnaires need to be carefully created and tested. We used Google Forms to conduct the survey. It was divided into 3 sections: questions about the demographic profile, questions about the independent factors, and then questions about the dependent variable. A researcher therefore carefully selects the questions, their structure, and their working sequences while creating surveys. The way a question is formulated can affect the answer.
Next part, for the data analysis technique, we are using Microsoft Excel and SPSS platform to perform analysis as our base analysis technique. And also there are 7 type of analysis that we use to perform in SPSS to analyze our data, which is the first one is the frequency analysis, the second one descriptive analysis, third one is reliability test, the fourth one is the convergent and discriminant method, the fifth is factor analysis, sixth is multiple regression analysis, and lastly we have a Pearson correlation analysis.
Okay, for the next part, I will continue with the frequency analysis. In the frequency analysis, I will explain about the demographic variable. On the gender section, most of our respondents were female with a percentage of 61% of the respondent, whereas the minority were male with a percentage of 39%. On the age section, majority of our respondents fall under the age group of 21 to 23 with a percentage of 69.5%. The minority of our respondents fall under the 24 and above category with a percentage of 10%. 18 to 20 age group comes in second with 20.5%. On the state section, it indicates that the majority of the respondents who answer the questionnaire are from Negeri Sembilan with 19% or 51 respondents, and the minority of the respondents are from Penang with 1.5% or 4 respondents. On the year of study section, out of 269 respondents, 150 or 55.8% of the respondents are from year 3, following by year 2 with 58 or 21.6% of the total respondent, and year 1 with 31 or 11.5% of the total respondent. Year 4 shown the minimum of the respondent with 30 or 11.1% of the total respondent. On the section of the open-ended question about the use of TikTok, we have asked the question, have you ever used TikTok before? All the total 269 or 100% of the respondents are answering yes on this question. Okay, for the next part is the descriptive analysis, tend to determine the mean value of all independent variable and the dependent variable. The mean of each variable is score range from minimum mean value of 5.98 to maximum mean value of 6.39. It shows that most of the respondents are answering the questionnaire with somewhat agree, and strongly agree. The standard deviation of each variable is scored range from the minimum standard deviation value of 0.722 to maximum standard deviation value of 1.091. A large SD indicate that the value are more spread out from the mean, suggesting a greater variability of dispersion. If the SD is relatively high, it means that the value are more diverse and spread out from the mean, resulting in greater variability. For the next part is the Cronbach alpha. The Cronbach alpha value provide for each variable indicate the internal consistency of the item within the variable. The Cronbach alpha value of 0.365 on popularity of TikTok variable may not be strongly interrelated, indicating lower internal consistency. The Cronbach alpha value of 0.504 on informativeness variable indicate moderate internal consistency. The Cronbach alpha value of 0.709 on co-creation variable suggests good internal consistency. The Cronbach alpha value of 0.531 on uniqueness variable indicate moderate internal consistency. The Cronbach alpha value of 0.556 on entertainment variable suggests moderate internal consistency. The Cronbach alpha value of 0.307 on perceived ease of use variable indicate lower internal consistency. The higher Cronbach alpha value generally indicate stronger internal consistency among the item, suggesting that they measure the intended construct more reliable. For the convergent validity part, from the pattern metric, it allows to calculate the average loading to find the convergent validity. The PTT and CO have a valid convergent validity, while UN is not valid since the convergent validity is less than 0.7. By demonstrating the convergent validity, it suggests that the item within each factor are measuring the same underlying construct consistently and accurately. For the discriminant validity part, from the discriminant validity table show, it result that the variance extracted for all the factor is more than correlation square. If the variance extracted is larger than the square correlation, it indicates that the factor is capturing unique variance and is distinct from other factors, supporting discriminant validity. For the rotated component metric part, it typically display the loadings or coefficient of each variable on each rotated factor. The loading represent the strength and direction of the relationship between the variable and the factor. Higher loading range of to the value of 1. The interpretation of the rotated component matrix is based on the loadings and the specific variable involved. The information help in interpreting the factor and understanding the structure of the data in a more meaningful way. Okay, for the next part is multiple regression analysis. It is a statistical method used to examine the relationship between a dependent variable and multiple independent variable. It was used to predict the factor of informativeness, co-creation, uniqueness, entertainment, and perceived ease of use, influence the popularity of TikTok among USIM students. Referring to the model summary, the multiple correlation coefficient, which is R, indicate the strength and direction of the relationship between the independent variable taken together and the dependent variable. In this case, R is 0.531, which is suggesting a moderate positive relationship. The coefficient of determination, which is R squared, represent the proposition of variance in the dependent variable explained by the independent variable. Here, 28.2% of variance in TikTok popularity is accounted for by the independent variable. Then from the ANOVA table, the regression sum of squared represent the variation in the dependent variable explained by the independent variable. The sum of squared is 15.204 with 5 degree of freedom, df, and mean squared of 3.041. The F statistic is 20.653, indicating that the regression model is statistically significant, which is p less than 0.001. The residual sum of squared represent the unexplained variation of or error in the dependent variable. The sum of squared is 38.722 with 263 degrees of freedom and mean squared of 0.147. Then in coefficient table, it provides the information on the direction, magnitude, and significance of the relationship between independent variable and the dependent variable. In this analysis, co-creation, entertainment, and perceived ease of use show statistically significant relationship with TikTok popularity among USIM students. However, informativeness and uniqueness does not exhibit significant relationship. For the last part in the data analysis, which is the Pearson correlation analysis, it is a statistical method used to measure the strength and direction of linear relationship between two continuous variables. It assesses how closely related or correlated two variables are to each other. From the table, all the variables are positively correlated to one another. A positive correlation means that one variable increase, the other variable tend to increase as well. The strongest positive correlation was found between uniqueness and entertainment, which is 0.681, while the weakest positive correlation was found between co-creation and popularity of TikTok, which is 0.081. The p-value indicate the statistical significance of correlation coefficient, and a p-value below a predetermined significant level of 0.05 indicate that the correlation is statistically significant. All the p-value in the table show the correlation is statistically significant, except between co-creation and popularity of TikTok, which is not statistically significant since the p is equal to 0.188.
The next part, which is finding. Okay, based on the result, we found that the p-value is indicate the statistical significance of the correlation coefficient. So a p-value below a predetermined significance level of 0.05 will indicate that the correlation is statistically significant. Okay, from the result table, there are a significant relationship between a level of informativeness, uniqueness of TikTok platform, wider range of entertainment element, higher level perceived ease of use, and the popularity of TikTok, as all of their p-value is lower than the predetermined significant level, which is they need to be lower than the 0.005. Okay, however, there are one independent variable that there is no significant relationship, which is the co-creation, because of the p-value is above the indicator, which is 0.188.
Based on the result of data analysis, it shows that all 5 IV have significant relationship with DV. Hence, it is proven that informativeness affect the popularity of TikTok. Consumer will not be using any social media without getting any benefit from it. And for TikTok, it is because of the information that can be obtained from it. The short duration of the videos has become a popular way for people to acquire and share artistic abilities as well as sharing current issues. The way TikTok operate allows consumers to exchange information easily within a short time. Moreover, the relationship between uniqueness and the popularity of TikTok among Muslim students is significant based on the result. TikTok features a distinctive algorithm that set it apart from similar apps. For example, the For You page (FYP), a tailored feed that is unique for each user, is displayed by the app using machine learning. Users believe they can access content on TikTok that is unavailable elsewhere. Users may see the same content shared on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, but TikTok stands out as a location to find something refreshed. In addition, there is a significant relationship between entertainment and the popularity of TikTok among Muslim students. People that want to have some entertainment to ease their mind can have it from TikTok. A flurry of amateur and professional videos welcome you when you open TikTok. The majority of videos feature music, humor, or TikTok challenge-related material. The video sharing site is used by a lot of people as means of self-expression and for sharing their lives in interesting ways. Lastly, it is shown that the relationship between perceived ease of use and popularity of TikTok. An individual intention to use a given technology improves along with the perception of how simple it is to use. It goes without saying that TikTok is user-friendly. The app user interface is simple to operate. Even though it has an appealing theme, it also contains some simple-to-use elements. It keeps things straightforward so that even beginners may use TikTok with ease.
Next, let's look at the recommendation of improvement in the market by the industry. The first suggestion is that TikTok should show in the analytics of which video is bringing in followers. It's unfortunate that analytics did not let us know which videos are gaining the most subscribers. By having these features, it will help businesses, especially to specify what kind of content they need to do to attract more followers to their page. Therefore, they will not waste any time or money by doing something that is not profiting to them. It is also convenient to using students since they like to be famous. They can know too on what type of content that can attract more followers. The second one is TikTok should take away the new feature where everyone can reply to any comment with a video. Spammers have misused this by using it as an opportunity to promote their own subpar videos, frequently spamming seconds apart. Although the app's original intent was for users to view amusing and intriguing videos on the site, abuse from spammers on the network has rendered its functionality useless in these situations.
Next, I will continue with recommendation for policy improvement. So the first one is TikTok should set guidelines for the type of content shared in its application, that the content must not contain immoral values. TikTok previously had established a policy for such content. Nevertheless, the policy can be specified better. Other than that, the policy must not only be subject to the video creator only, but to the viewer as well. This implies that everyone who uses the app must not adopt any immoral and hateful ideologies. Aside from that, TikTok can expand its policy to strengthen the platform's security, integrity, and reliability. These include forbidding illegal access to TikTok, TikTok content, account, system, or data, and the use of TikTok for the purpose of crime, along with teaching the community on how to detect, avoid, and report unusual and suspicious activities.
So the conclusion of our study, this study intends of investigate the relationship between informativeness, uniqueness, correlation, and entertainment, as well as the variable that influence TikTok popularity amongst USIM students. All hypotheses are accepted and all independent variables show a significant associate with the dependent variable according to multiple regression analysis and Pearson correlation analysis. Despite having a moderately significant relationship, co-creation is nevertheless recognized. Easy anticipate that this research will aid academic research as well as entrepreneur, content creator and marketer in getting better outcomes.